Գյուրջան Կասկադ, ցանկացած համեմատություն մեր օգտին է։
You mentioned your very particular situation, also security situation of Armenia. Now, Anders Fogh Rasmussen has earlier labeled this your neighbor situation an axis of autocracies. So it's a very difficult geopolitical and geographical situation. How do you deal with the question of security in that environment?
You know, to be honest, I wouldn't like to comment on the internal situation of our neighboring countries. But from the other side, as I said, democracy isn't something brought by circumstances to Armenia. I believe it is fully matches with the mentality of our people, and it is a strategy for our government. It is our political belief. It is our political identity as well, because if you would know the record, our political team, the most part of our life, we were fighting for democracy, rule of law, freedom of speech in our country. And now we have opportunity to implement all those values in our country. But of course, the security situation was complicated, and now even more complicated, not only due to our regional situation, but for global situation as well. Because obviously the global order is collapsing now. And it was my assessment, and I guess I shared that assessment publicly as well, that the war that happened in our region, it was kind of prelude of further developments. So now the main issue is security. And what is our strategic view? How are we going to provide security for our country? Recently, I made a speech in our parliament saying that I think that the most important tool for securing or for delivering security, it is the legitimate foreign policy, and that's why we are mentioning so frequently Almaty Declaration of 1991. I would like to share with audience what it is. Almaty Declaration. It was adopted by 12 Soviet republics, pointing out two very important ideas. First, Soviet Union stops to exist, and administrative borders between Soviet Union, Soviet republics become state borders, because Soviet republics becoming independent countries. So now I think it is very important to know. And in the 6th October in Prague, we had quadrilateral meeting with participation of French president, president of European Council, Azerbaijani president, and myself. And there were two very important agreements reached. First, that Armenia and Azerbaijan recognize each other's territorial integrity and sovereignty on the basis of Almaty Declaration, according to Almaty Declaration, and Almaty Declaration should be a basis for delimitation process of the border between two countries. And now that's why I said that that means that we don't need to create new border between Armenia and Azerbaijan. We need just reproduce the existing border on the ground. So that process is going on, and we hope that we will be persistent on that.
The whole conflict on the border, which we have followed over the past month and years, obviously plays against the background of the broader situation of the relationship with Russia and the role of Russia for Armenia. How would you elaborate this currently?
You know that Armenia is a member of CSTO. And now also formally we are member of CSTO, but I announced that we have frozen our participation.
Will you stay member, or are you planning to leave?
It is the topic for further conversation, but it is very important to state the current situation. And the problem and crisis in our relations emerged from that point when Azerbaijani troops invaded into Armenia, and according to the procedures of CSTO, organization and member states should support and help Armenia in this situation. But even after official requests, CSTO refused to make some concrete steps, and actually that is the main reason that we have frozen our participation in all level of CSTO.
And now your expectation is that the West steps into the vacuum and provides you with the security?
You know, our political position and our policy is to diversify our foreign relations in all spheres. Now we are creating some cooperation in security field with India, with France, with other countries, and now we hope to, and now we have some kind of cooperation with the European Union, because, as I said, we are happy with deployment in European civilian monitoring mission in our border with Azerbaijan. Of course, it is civilian mission, but from the other side, it is a kind of a new factor in security of our region, and it is first time when European Union somehow is involved in the security agenda of Republic of Armenia.
And it comes with a clear expectation to be member of the EU.
Now we are looking forward. We are waiting for the decision of European Union to include Armenia into European Peace Facility, and we hope to start to have visa liberalization negotiations start. And last year I announced in European Parliament that Armenia is ready to be as close to European Union as European Union would consider possible, and that is our position, and it's still there.
We come to one question from the audience, which also is connected directly to the opportunities that you might have to get closer to Europe, which is, can you elaborate on the initiatives Armenia is taking on to fight corruption?
As I said, we have huge progress on fighting corruption, but unfortunately, we can't say that we have managed to eliminate corruption from Armenia. But what to do? To continue, to be persistent, to be persistent in the democratic reform agenda, and that's why the cooperation with the European Union is of utmost importance for us, because European Union now is our main partner in democratic reform agenda. But we hope that the European Union and United States as well, they will increase the level of supporting us in democratic reform agenda, because, as I said, democracy is a strategy for us, and we need, and we have, by the way, started strategic dialogue with United States in 2019, and now we see the enhancement of our cooperation with the European Union. And recently I mentioned we had a trilateral meeting with United States, European Union and Armenia. And by the way, it was unprecedented format, and we adopted a huge agenda for institutional reforms, for economic reforms, and it is very important that we hope to have more and more support and tangible support from European Union and United States for addressing humanitarian needs of the refugees from Nagorno-Karabakh, which is also very important because it is a very sensitive and emotional issue for Armenians, obviously, and a humanitarian issue.
My last question of this panel will be the last question of my former panel also. If you could name a year when Armenia would be, in your ideas, a member of the EU, what year would that be?
What?
What year, if you could make a wish, Armenia could be member of the EU?
What year?
Yes.
This.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.